After spending months in hiding in Venezuela, this year's Nobel Peace Prize laureate María Corina Machado is on the way to Norway. She missed the award ceremony, which ended in the last hour, but her daughter was there on her behalf. This is what she told the Nobel Committee.
I am here on behalf of my mother, María Corina Machado, who has united millions of Venezuelans in an extraordinary effort that you, our hosts, have honored with the Nobel Peace Prize. But although she has not been able to be here and take part in this ceremony, I must say that my mother never breaks a promise. And that is why, with all the joy in my heart, I can tell you that in just a few hours, we will be able to embrace her here in Oslo after 16 months living in heaven.
In her mother's absence, Corina Sosa then gave the speech her mother had prepared, in which she addressed the Venezuelan people directly.
The world has marveled at what we have achieved, and soon it will witness one of the most moving sights of our time: our loved ones coming home. And I will stand again on the Simón Bolívar Bridge, where I once cried the thousands who were leaving, and welcome them back into the luminous life that awaits us. Because in the end, our journey towards freedom has always lived inside us. We are returning to ourselves. We are returning home.
And on her way to Oslo, María Corina Machado spoke on the phone to the chair of the Norwegian Nobel Committee and gave him this short message.
First of all, on behalf of the Venezuelan people, once again, I want to thank the Norwegian Nobel Committee for this immense recognition to the fight of our people for democracy and freedom. We feel very emotional and very honored, and that's why I'm very sad and very sorry to tell you that I won't be able to arrive in time for the ceremony. But I will be in Oslo and on my way to Oslo right now. I know that there are hundreds of Venezuelans from different parts of the world that were able to reach your city, that are right now in Oslo, as well as my family, my team, so many colleagues. And since this is a prize for all Venezuelans, I believe that it will be received by them. And as soon as I arrive, I will be able to embrace all my family and my children that I have not seen for 2 years, and so many Venezuelans, Norwegians that I know that share our struggle and our fight. So thank you very much, and I'll see you very soon.
Well, with me now is our Latin America editor for BBC News Online, Vanessa Buschluter. Vanessa, and you were watching all of this, obviously, very, very closely. It was interesting in that speech that her daughter delivered. There was talk of light and freedom, yet when we saw the emotion in her daughter's voice and face, you are very aware of the personal sacrifices that María Corina Machado and so many people have made over the last years and months.
Absolutely. She briefly alluded to the 16 months that she has been separated from her mother, in which she wasn't able to see her or touch her. And she no doubt will be looking forward to embracing her mother if and when she sees her later on today, as the Nobel Committee have said that she will be arriving later tonight. But I think she wanted to emphasize what so many Venezuelans have suffered, and yet what they're also hoping for. She said that her mother had managed to unite people around that subject of migration and immigration. Venezuela is historically not a country that people have migrated from. In fact, it's a country that has attracted migrants from other parts of the world, like Spain during the dictatorship. And the fact that 8 million left over the last 10 years as the economic and political crisis worsened was one thing that María Corina Machado, in the speech delivered by her daughter, wanted to stress.
And talk to us about how unusual it is that the Nobel Peace Prize winner is now outside, or at least we understand she is on her way to Norway, is outside Venezuela because she's been in hiding, obviously.
That's right, and nobody knew whether she would be able to leave the country safely. And the fact that she turned up late for the ceremony, that she wasn't able to be there, lets us believe that it wasn't easy to make her way from her place of hiding within the country to the place where this award is given in Oslo.
Now, when she received notification that she was being awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, María Corina Machado, she spoke to President Trump on the phone, didn't she? She thanked him for the efforts that he was making towards peace, she said, and talked to him about the situation in Venezuela. How much are we seeing the approach from the US administration right now? How much is that connected to what she has said to President Trump?
I think it is connected, and María Corina Machado has been at pains to have good relations with President Trump, and she knew that he would be disappointed that it wasn't him who was the recipient of this award, and so she dedicated the Nobel Peace Prize to him, knowing that that would please him. María Corina Machado has also had the ear of Marco Rubio, of the Secretary of State, and I have little doubt that Marco Rubio has been passing on a lot of the information that María Corina Machado has given him about the dire situation in the country, and she has welcomed the US strikes on what the US describes as drug vessels in the southern Caribbean. That's been controversial with many because there are legal experts who say that that is in contravention of international law.
Okay, Vanessa, thank you very much. Vanessa Buschluter, our Latin America editor for BBC News Online.